of the Albert Lee Appliance Cup is brought to you by Leadair, a delight in freshness, and is presented for Seafair by Tulalip Resort Casino. Indulge in the luxury and excitement of Tulalip Resort Casino.
The starter clock is brought to you by J.P. Morgan Chase, a proud sponsor of Seafair. Chase, making it easy for your personal and business banking needs to start and run strong. Take a look. Lake Washington. Waters look great. Temperatures heating up, though, and the wind usually this time of day starts picking up just a little bit, but it's still a great day for racing. Let's take a look at the drivers on the card for Heat 3A. And we start with Graham Trucking and Jimmy Shane. There's Brian Perkins, J. Michael Kelly as well. We've got our Lee Stoll in the pits with the Graham Trucking crew.
Well, actually, we're with the Beacon Plumbing crew right now, and we want to tell you that actually there were a lot of smiles even before he left the dock, because they were told the penalties they got in the last heat were erased by the officials. So let's see if they can build on that momentum.
And the other drivers involved, Mark Evans, who's a former champion here, and the Spirit of Cutter, Kip Brown. Chris Francis is there with the Cutter team.
Well, Steve, you mentioned Dave Bilwalk. His former crew chief, Eric Elstrom, is helping out with the Spirit of Cutter team right now. And he says he's bored, but you know he's putting his 2 cents in. All he would tell me, though, is it's up to Kip Brown to get off to a good start, and he hasn't done that yet today.
And there he sits in the water at this moment. Those are the drivers for Heat 3A for the Albert Lee Appliance Cup. Down to a minute 41 before the race starts. Here we go. KairoTV.com. We're all around the world, and here is the voice of unlimited hydroplane racing. Once again, Mr. Mike Fitzsimmons.
3 boats really need points in this one, and they're going to try to get them. Jimmy Shane, of course, got 1 victory, but we also have points that are needed by the Qatar team as well as by the Beacon Plumbing team. And this time, Jimmy Shane's strategy for his start is different. Chip, he was creeping down there in the corner with the other guys last time. This time he's decided to go with speed.
But the other guys literally went to the corner and shut the boats off. So
they're going to be too soon, perhaps.
They're awfully early to that. Boy, they can't pass that yellow buoy you're looking at there now.
That's going to be a questionable situation, because it looks like maybe one did do that. I don't think it was Shane, though. But we'll see what happens. Now, he has the opportunity to come down 7 boat lengths and take the #1 lane if he's got him. I don't think he's got quite enough for that.
It's close.
We just saw the Beacon Plumbing jump another lane across the Rooster Tail and moved up toward that other turn. And he got out of position. He was inside, then went to the outside.
Awfully early, Mike. Awfully early. You really want to be going into that upper north turn with about 30 seconds to go. They got up there with about 40 seconds to go. So you can see right here, the guys that are in there early, they're really going slow to try to kill some time. They need to be at that buoy at about 10 seconds. That exit pin right there at about 10 seconds, and you can see they're a little bit
But
early.
look who's coming out on the way outside with boat speed. It's Mark Evans, interestingly enough, ratcheting up the speed. Here comes the Qatars. They come down to the start and finish line, and it appears as though we're going to be okay on the start. That looks like a pretty clean start as they rocket down into the first turn. And from the 2 lane, it is the Spirit of Qatar, the 95 boat with Kip Brown at the wheel, muscling that through the lower corner. He comes out on top on the inside of that boat is Jimmy Shane. So let's see what happens as they come down the back chute. Both of these guys need to garner points.
Jimmy Shane is in 2nd place now. You can see him on the inside of Kip Brown. He needs to at least secure that 2nd, but that's still not going to get him in the final for sure. So it would be really helpful to him to win this heat, and Kip Brown knows that, and it's not going to give him a lot of room to do it, but he's coming off that corner really well, Mike.
Yeah, he's here to race, that's for sure. This could be very interesting. 3 laps as we come down to end lap #1. Jimmy Shane continues to put the pressure on Kip Brown. Qatar over the line first. It is the Graham Trucking 2nd. Good battle also between Mark Evans and Brian Perkins. Evans comes across 3rd in the 57 Fetco, and then trailing behind it is the Beacon Plumbing. They got a bad start. There was some issues on that start for him. I don't know if they're very happy about what happened there. But as we go down the back chute now, about halfway, the boat races between the Spirit of Qatar and also the Graham Trucking, and we got a good battle going here, Chip.
We're right back a lap earlier, and Jimmy Shane doesn't look like he's really gained any ground. He really needs to have Kip Brown make a mistake to get that 4 or 5 boat lengths he needs to get up there to win this heat. Kip Brown is, other than jumping the gun, he's been pretty mistake-free all year, so he just has to keep doing exactly what he's doing, and he'll find himself in the final.
Shane would have hoped that Kip Brown would have gone a little wider on that corner. He did not bite on that one, and he made a very, very nice turn and was able to maintain his lead as we go down to the lower corner for the last time around. It is Kip Brown, Spirit of Qatar, the 95 out front. And Jimmy Shane is right there with them as they come off that exit pin, as you can see from the Chopper 7 shot. And as they come down the back chute, Jimmy Shane's going to have to really rocket down this chute if he's going to catch him, because he needs a couple of boat lengths advantage going into that upper corner if he's going to be able to race into the start and finish line.
But remember, Jimmy Shane's got the short way around. He's on the inside. There you see the third place boat with Mark Evans, but it's going to come right down to the wire here. Jimmy Shane, that second boat, has got a shorter distance to go. Kip Brown's not going to give him a lot of room, and they're going to have a drag race to the finish, Mike.
And it looks like Kip Brown's going to have enough boat speed to stay out front, and he gets the checkered flag. The Spirit of Qatar is the winner, the 95. Second place, Jimmy Shane in the Graham Trucking, the 5 boat. Third place, and another nice finish for Mark Evans in the 57 Fedco. And it looks like J. Michael was able to pull into 4th place, overcoming the challenge from the Albert Lee, which comes across in 5th place. J. Michael, of course, aboard the Beacon Plumbing.
Now, J. Michael got some really good news from that previous heat where he was actually disqualified or given a lap penalty for going inside the race course. But you know why he went inside the race course, Mike? His steering wheel fell off. And I know that sounds bizarre. It happened to me once. So they must have looked at the circumstances and said, hey, this guy did a great job just to get the boat back on course.
But unfortunately, as they were up heading into the north turn, the Mercer Island Bridge turn there just before the start, he made a decision to go from an inside position out through a rooster tail into an outer position, which did not help him on his starting run.
No, it didn't help him. It made him go a further distance. And also, these engines don't like to ingest water. It makes the engine stumble for a bit. So I think that's why he was late at the start, because he did that move you just described.
You know what I think is interesting is that the second and third fastest qualifying boats, the Cutter and the Graham Trucking boats, this is the kind of racing we've been wanting to see all weekend. When guys didn't make mistakes, when guys weren't penalized, you can have some deck-to-deck racing out here and make a pretty good show for the fans.
Yeah, you know, the Alberta boat is the class of the fleet, but right under there's 3 boats that are really dead even, 3 really hungry drivers. And to be honest with you, Steve, those 3 drivers are trying to strut their stuff because there's kind of 2 seats that are open. The Qatar boat, Dave Villwalk, that is not the boat that you're looking at that Dave Villwalk drove. That is a boat that they basically leased. They're rebuilding a brand new boat, so these young drivers want that seat, and they're all kind of licking their chops, hoping that Steve David retires and trying to get into that seat as well.
You know, when you take a look at what Mark Evans has done, he has steadily scored every single heat, and
no mistakes.
No mistakes. Getting the best boat ride he can. He's got 2 third-place finishes, 3 third-place finishes, because in that first heat he was able to take advantage of some penalties and score in that one as well. So he's had a good day going for him.
They're planning for the future. That Fedco team, they're making plans for the future. They qualified a driver yesterday that I'm extremely high on, Jesse Roberts.
Yeah, you think he's got a good future?
I think he's got a great future. I'm surprised it's been this long, but they're really laying a foundation for a great future with Fedco.
Meantime, the Spirit of Qatar, as you see, heading right for your living room and right into your front door as it's heading into the Finger Pier now with Kip Brown at the controls, the winner of the Gold Cup here in 2013. And this young man's got a lot of potential, and he's got a pretty good boat under him. We should get a really good final, we hope, with the Alberto thrown in the mix, along with Graham Trucking. Lee Stoll standing by for us in the pits. Lee.
All right, Jimmy, a lot of people congratulating you. Really a dogfight all the way until the end.
Yeah, that was a fantastic heat. Hopefully the fans really liked that. We were neck and neck the whole race, and Kip just had a little bit more snot. It was so rough out there, I couldn't make up enough ground on the inside on him, and he drove a great race.
Unfortunately, you really did need a win. Do you think you have enough points to get into the final at this point?
Yeah, you know, I think hopefully we're sitting pretty good. They're going to crunch some numbers and see. Hopefully we'll pull out and make it slip in there for the final.
Did you just leave it all out there? Was there anything else you could have done?
There was I pretty much left it all out there. I was hanging the boat out as far as I could, and hoping that I could pull on them a little bit farther, but they're fast. They're extremely fast, so hopefully we'll get in the final and I can challenge them in the final.
All right, and you guys are sharing a dock right here, so we're waiting for Kip to come in right now. And I'm going to toss it over to Chris.
All right, guys, Kip Brown getting ready to get off his boat here, Spirit of Cutter. We're all on the same dock, believe it or not. We're all crowding in here. And, yeah, Jimmy and Kip went neck and neck there, obviously talking over the start of the race and what happened during the race. And as he mentioned to Lee, he was running that inside line, and Kip Brown just got it done just enough. Congratulating each other. Kip, let me get a word with you. You've been scowling at me all weekend here because I know you didn't start the way you wanted a couple of races. This one was good.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah, and tell me about it a little bit.
A hell of a boat race with Jimmy Shane, man. That guy's a stud. I got a little better start than he did. I got off that second turn, got a good run at the start, and that's what we needed. I just needed to be able to keep a fender on him the whole time. He was within 1 to 3 boat lengths the whole time. He was just filling up that left mirror of mine, and you know, I like him. I respect him. I wanted to give him just enough room.
You guys are both fast. We get to a final here at some point, and you're going to have Steve David in the middle of all this. So that's going to be some racing the fans want to see.
Oh, he's here too? Oh, man.
Get it done, man. I know you'll make some adjustments. Thanks, Kip. Yeah.
All right, that's Kip Brown and Jimmy Shane came in second in this heat. Here are, by the way, your results for Heat 3A. Take a look. It's Kip Brown in the Spirit of Cutter, the Graham Trucking Boat, Fedco, Albert Lee Appliance, and Miss Beacon Plumbing. The results of Heat 3A brought to you by Jack in the Box.
Heat 3A of the Albert Lee Appliance Cup is brought to you by Seafair, a delight in freshness, and is presented for Seafair by Tulalip Resort Casino. Indulge in the luxury and excitement of Tulalip Resort Casino.
After an incredible heat of racing here on Lake Washington in Heat 3A, we have Claude Schwab from the Tulalip Casino here to present a trophy and some nice appliances to the winner of the Tulalip Casino Heat 3A. Claude, do the honors.
Hi, my name is Claude Schwab. On behalf of Tulalip Resort Casino, I'd like to congratulate Skip Brown and Spirit of a Guitar.
Thank you, Claude.
Kip, does Tiffany know that you won $2,000 worth of appliances from Albert Lee?
She's doing backflips as we speak. I'd like to thank Tulalip Casino and also Albert Lee for this outstanding award. So proud of my guys this weekend sticking with me, and we got a fast boat. I can't wait for the final.
In my opinion, the greatest drive of your career so far.
Well, thanks. You got to be on top of your game to race with Jimmy Shane. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this final heat.
Kip Brown, your winner of Tulalip Casino Heat 3A. Thank you, gentlemen, and we'll bring up